All right, guys, this week's Free Flow Friday is coming to you a little later than normal. Sorry, I apologize for that. I had patience pretty much until now. So, a couple questions that were asked and a couple things I want to go over before I get into kind of some heavier topics would be, is open gym coming back? Yes, in the regard to maybe what you were used to, maybe not. So there will be some parameters around it, and we'll be releasing those next week. But the gist of it is that they'll be limited for a limited amount of people, and you have to RSVP and sign into them. And if you don't RSVP, chances are nobody's going to be here for you to do the open gym. So there is that. You've seen class caps go up, which I think a lot of you are very happy about, and you'll see the no-show fees and late cancellations gone. That being said, with state mandates, it is still required of you to RSVP and sign into class. So the deal is if the state asks us how many people were here at any given time, I need to know who was signed in for each class, not just RSVP'd, because then it kind of is a gray area in our system. So that way I can give the state those documents to show that we are abiding by all of the state laws. There is a schedule change, which you may or may not have seen, which is up on our website at EHP CrossFit. That schedule change due to the fact that over 95% of athletes have returned in person. There's an email going out to a couple people. There will be a very limited Zoom accessibility. We're finding that when we're coaching 15 to 20 people and the computer's in the corner, we just can't do justice to either group to do it well. So we have to serve the masses. And unfortunately, I know a few of you that leaves out, and we're going to work with a few of you to see if there are very specific times that would work for you so that we can still provide that service for you. It was asked if you can use the cubbies upstairs. So there'll be some posted guidelines as you go up the stairs, but yes, you can keep your stuff here again. That being said, you cannot gather and congregate in that area. You have to keep social distance. We're also going to be coming out with guidelines on, for those of you that want to use the recovery room. I know a lot of people are training for the marathon, which good for you. I'm not. However, so the Normatec boots, the Mark Pros, the Power Plate, those are all things that you might want to start using again. So there will be cleaning protocols that you will have to follow in order to use those, obviously keeping social distance. The stretching area or the jiu-jitsu mats upstairs, you can still use those, but have to keep social distancing in effect when using that equipment at all times. All right, so I have notes, so just hang with me while I go through some of this. So I wanted to kind of reiterate, with everything that's been going on, what EHP stands for. And EHP literally stands for Elevating Human Potential. And that's all humans, period. And this is something that I have backed from day one, and so is our staff. And I've tried to uphold EHP's credo ever since the day it was written, and I have referenced it often, but I'm now going to elaborate on a few things. So EHP regards everyone equally, no matter of your race, social status, physical ability, cognitive ability, sexual orientation, gender, and or non-binary religion, creed, or political views. And that comes to your overall ability. We want to coach each and every one of you as an athlete, and that's what we do, and that's what we've always done. That being said, I also want you to hold EHP as a place where you can live out, help live out our core values, and those are, if you don't know, empowering others, hard work, and personal growth. So as long as you treat your fellow athletes and your coaches with respect and put forth the effort to be better than yesterday, you're seen as equal at EHP. And the space between our walls is a place where people can come to feel safe and safe from the many issues they deal with outside of our walls. So that being said, I just want to talk a little bit about what we won't tolerate. Okay? So honestly, I never thought I'd be in this position, but I'm going to just lay it out there. So speaking cruelly or inappropriately to other athletes or staff members, we're just not going to tolerate that. And so I just want you to know that going forward. And we won't allow for fear to resonate in a community that people come to be strong. And fear just can't be something that is here. So we aren't going to tolerate speaking cruelly to other members. And so anybody not on board with that, I just ask me for a cancellation form and I will send it to you, because that's just not a part of who we are. I want you to know that over this past week, I have talked with every person of color in our space, and I have asked them a number of questions and worked with them on things that we can improve on inside here, and also things that they might see that we can do outside of our walls. So know that that did take place, and for those of you who did speak with me, I thank you for that, and for opening my eyes and ears to things that I maybe wasn't aware of. And moving on from that, I just want you to know that I really respect each of your backgrounds, and I think our staff does as well. And so we've taken a lot of things that people have said into consideration, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some CrossFit affiliate updates. So they did appoint a new CEO, and so I did receive correspondence with them today on some of their plans and some of their actions, and they know that they need to think things through with the new leadership, and they know that they need to take time to organize and kind of uproot some old things that were happening there. And on our end, we are taking time to breathe. And I'm not immediately dropping the affiliate, but it doesn't mean that we won't. And I'm going to talk about what an affiliate is in a little bit. And it really depends upon the leadership that they take, but I encourage each and every one of you to follow the leadership that EHP provides for you, and know that that's who we want you to look to. And I believe that I should allow for people to change and to learn and to get better. And I guess that goes for CrossFit too. There are a lot of things that I have done in my life, and there are a lot of things that other people have done in their lives that would be considered completely unacceptable. And if nobody had given me a second chance and I had not learned from my wrongs, I would not be where I'm at today. Now, that being said, if they repeatedly screw up, well, then we're going to cut our ties. But if everybody withdrew their affiliation, they would not be forced to change. And I think an organization that has led to so many people improving the quality of their life through mental, physical, psychological well-being deserves the chance to prove themselves that they can change. And whether you agree with me or not is completely up to you. I just want you to know where I'm coming from on this, and know that they have a lot of pressure on them, and that their journey is definitely not going to be an easy one. And so we're just going to really stick to EHP's core values and see how their changes come, and I really hope that they do. Couple other things to note that for your Free Flow Friday is CrossFit is a training methodology that we use, okay? So it's constantly varied functional movements that you do at high intensities, and we use that in both our CrossFit and our Elevate classes. And the cool thing about us and other places that do the same type of methodology as we do, whether they're considered a CrossFit or not, a lot of people have de-affiliated or affiliated in the past, it's used as an equalizer. And whether you are black, white, gay, straight, trans, non-binary, Republican, Democrat, if you're a bartender, a stay-at-home mom, a doctor, a lawyer, a college student, a 3-year-old, CrossFit is an equalizer, guys. Like, we all do the same thing, and we do it to the best of our abilities, and we do it together. And I think that's the thing that is really hard when there are different things that drive us apart, when we should be focusing on so many things that drive us together to get through this time. And it's not easy for anybody. I understand that. I've talked with a number of you on that and know that it's not easy for me either. So I would invite you to use that mutual suffering and know that you all came here for a similar reason. It was to improve upon yourself, to improve upon your health, your well-being, your fitness, your mental health, whatever it is. You all came here for a reason. Maybe a friend drug you here and then you found out why you should stay here. Okay, so maybe that was you. But we know that we all have a similar, we probably all have more similarities than we have differences. And I would invite you to lean on those similarities while we all work through this super challenging time. That being said, I know that what I do isn't perfect, and I wish that was not the case. But I just want you to know that I am doing my best to continue to provide you and our staff a really high level of training and coaching, and really get back to the basics of why you came here in the first place. And I know I'm going to make mistakes along the way, and I know that I am going to do my best to learn from them and grow and change. And for those of you who have stuck around, I really appreciate your willingness to allow me and our staff to grow with you and to learn and to continue to improve. Because let me tell you, 5 years ago, I don't know that I would have survived this. I don't know if our business would have survived this. And it's because people have been able to see that myself and our staff are willing to learn and grow and make mistakes. And that's why we've been able to succeed. So if you have any other questions or comments, please use my personal information and send those to me. And I probably won't get back to you until Monday because I'm going to take a weekend off. So I hope you guys all have a great weekend. I guess on that note, for the weekend, we do have the George Floyd Memorial Workout tomorrow. And similarly, we had the Officer Holty Hero WOD last Saturday. And I guess to have one other point is that throughout our entirety, we know that we can support more than one movement, more than one cause. And we know that Black Lives Matter. We also know that police lives matter. And we know that a lot of things matter. And we've always been about supporting people in our community. And we're going to continue to do that. And it doesn't mean that we have to pick sides. It means that we can open each other's eyes to what is out there and learn and grow from each other. So with that, have a good weekend.